Hello, fellow music lover. Welcome back to the Music Notes podcast. We have a very special treat for you guys.
Hey guys, welcome. We are very excited for today's episode as we will be interviewing our friend, the talented singer-songwriter, Bella Lam. Welcome, Bella.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Of course. Now, before we get started with this episode, how about you introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey, y'all. I'm Bella Lam. I'm a music major at UTC and a local singer-songwriter in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Aw, that's awesome, Bella. To jump right into the interview, who and or what inspired you to be a singer-songwriter? Have you always known that this is what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I grew up singing and doing little shows for my family in the living room. I even showed up to career day in elementary school dressed as a pop star.
Oh.
So cute.
I always knew I wanted to have a career in music. My dad taught me how to play on the guitar, and I started fiddling with that. Eventually, I had my first run-in with Teenage Heartbreak, and wrote my first song with it, The Angst, though I will tell you, it was terrible.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't
I
that
doubt it.
terrible. But that's adorable. Oh my gosh. So, what are you up to currently? Like, any plans for an album or any exciting gigs coming up?
Yeah, I'm recording my new album starting in May. It's going to have some goodies on there, so be sure to watch out with that.
Oh, we will.
For sure.
I'm currently on the fill-in list for the Grand Ole Opry. So when an artist can't make it up there, I'll get a call and they'll come ask me to play. I also have a music festival on April 16th, which is in 2 weeks now. And that's all I can really think of at the moment.
Damn, girl,
Wow.
that's a lot. But that's so exciting. And we will definitely be playing that album over and over again. So with all these events going on, Bella, does it get overwhelming? How easy is it to balance being a songwriter with being a full-time college student?
Yeah, it does get a little overwhelming sometimes, especially since I play with my dad. And to get practice with him, I have to drive all the way back to my parents' house. Not to mention trying to balance that and my school repertoire. But it's worth it. I think that it makes me a hard worker, and every time I step on the stage, I feel proud that I'm able to do this and get my degree at the same time.
Yes, a true girl boss.
Thank
You're
you.
exactly right, though. It does make you a harder worker, and I'm sure it allows you to learn to be kind and gentle to yourself since you have so much on your plate. Trinity and Bella and I, we all had the same music classes last year, and it was a lot, but we also got so much closer as a group because of it. And it's so great to hear your friends do what they are passionate about, and it's always a treat to hear Bella. We always look forward to it.
We always do. It's so inspiring to see all of your talented friends perform and do something that they love to do. It really inspires me to become better. Bella's such a great example of that. I always get so excited when you perform. You kill it every time, girlie.
Oh, thank you.
Switching gears a bit, Bella, I would like to talk about how it feels to be a singer-songwriter in the country genre, especially as being Asian American. How does that impact you?
Yeah, there are not a lot of us. I think it can be both a blessing and a curse. I think me being an Asian American in country music can get me a lot of opportunities I wouldn't have gotten otherwise, and maybe a little Asian girl or boy who loves country music will be able to see at least a little of themselves in me. But at the same time, racism and things like that do for sure exist, and for every opportunity I do get because of my ethnicity, there might be one I won't get for the exact same reason.
Well said. I feel like with myself being a minority, I can definitely relate to this as well. It can be hard at times because there are times a lack of representation in media, music, etc. So when you finally get a chance to see someone that you can relate to, some people may not agree with that, and they may lash out by saying something racist and labeling stereotypes and microaggressions toward that person. Talking about the country music genre, how do you feel about the slander of country music? Because to be honest, when I think of country music, I automatically think of white men talking about hunting and fishing.
I'm so glad you are able to be 100% with yourself whenever it comes to your work, Bella. I think that's amazing, and I know you will be an inspiration to many people, and that is so accurate, Trinity.
Yeah, speaking of stereotypes, people always automatically assume country is only hunting, fishing, and girls in truck beds wearing bikini tops, which it couldn't be farther from the truth in most cases. Country music has so many more songs and artists who don't fit into that stereotype. Country music really is about storytelling, I would say. In fact, many songs make fun of the hunting, fishing stereotype. I don't know if y'all have heard of Maddie and Tay. They have a song called Girl in a Country Song. That's a great example of this. In fact, in the music video, they have guys wearing bikinis and truck beds instead, which is absolutely hilarious.
Fun.
There are so many powerful women in country, too. Dolly Parton, Kelsey Ballerini, Miranda Lambert, and Elle King, to just name a few of them, because there are so many more.
Including Bella Lam.
Oh,
You're making me
yeah.
blush. They have so much more. They have so much more to offer than songs about hunting and fishing. I believe people judge it harshly without giving it a chance. You just have to find a subgenre that you'll enjoy. It's not all bro country.
Thank you for clearing that up, Bella. Yeah, because Dolly is definitely my girl. We actually have a dish towel in our apartment that says, "And Dolly we trust, we stan." So yeah, thank you for just talking about that and giving us a more, non-biased outlook on what country music actually is, and it's not always about bro country.
Yeah. And this applies to other music genres as well. Don't judge a music genre by one artist or just a few songs. I believe all music genres are unique and special in their own ways, and they shouldn't be criticized, because oftentimes I think those specific genres we criticize, it means so much to other people and we have no idea. Music is art, and it should not be judged unless it's downright hateful.
Exactly.
All right, Bella. So I'm curious to know what your songwriting process is.
Well, there's a few ways I can go about it. I can start off with a simple 4-chord progression and put different melodies and lyrics into it until we have a basic structure for the song laid out. And then I'll go in and add more complex chord structures and clean it up a little bit. Or I can start off with just a theme or a specific lyric and do exactly the same thing, just starting from a different point. I keep a little notebook on me, and every time I hear a phrase or something that I think I can use in a future song, I scribble it down. I also read a lot. I once had the honor to meet and speak to Terry Lewis, an amazing producer. I love him so much. And when I asked him about lyricism, he said that reading can improve your lyrics. In fact, he said romance books are the best way to improve your lyricism.
Okay.
So everyone stan Terry Lewis. So I read any free time I get. I also listen to music from the perspective of a songwriter a lot of the time, which can for sure help a lot with my songwriting skills.
Yeah, I've seen your notebook, and it's the coolest thing ever. Me and Trinity's eyes, when we look at that notebook, we're like, oh, we're just like little children in a candy shop
Our
or
eyes
something.
lit up.
But yeah, so now going back to balancing school with being a songwriter, have you found it particularly difficult to balance your classical repertoire with your contemporary pieces? For example, I love musical theater, but it's so different from the classical pieces I'm learning technique-wise, so I was wondering if you experienced that same thing.
Yeah, and this is something I struggle a lot with. I've noticed that if I focus on my commercial repertoire, my classical repertoire suffers, and vice versa. I think it's important to find a real healthy balance, but it is very difficult for me to do so. Right now, I just plan out practices based on what my most immediate performance is, while going over my repertoire for each at least a little before focusing on my plan for practice that day. For example, that music festival on April 16th, that's what I'm focusing on. It's in 2 weeks, but I also have juries, which is a music major's final, at 3 weeks.
That's
so
brutal.
10 days afterwards. So I have to be kind of focusing on both at the same time.
Yeah, that's a multitasking to the max.
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally agree with that plan. What I like to do is reserve certain days of the week for classical rep and contemporary rep. I also like to do different vocal warm-ups depending on if I'm doing classical or contemporary technique. And I find that super helpful, learning how to control your voice and use it for different things and different genres and stuff like that.
Okay, you guys are prepared with these different techniques. Love. So we hope that you enjoyed this podcast episode, guys, and we can't wait to record more content. Before we close out, we have to announce the college tip of the week. Bella, would you mind explaining what this college tip of the week is?
Yeah, well, for me, I think that making memories and friends while you're in college is super important. So everyone should go out and make a new friend or get out of your comfort zone a little bit this week, I think.
Amazing tip, Bella. Yes, this person can even be someone you kind of know, but want to get to know better. And who knows, maybe you'll have the time of your life with this person. You'll never know until you try. And we believe in you.
I like this tip too. I definitely need to try to branch out more to make new friends. It's a good skill to have.
Lastly, we cannot leave without saying our favorite songs of the week. So I'll start. Mine is Move On by Bella Lam for no specific reason at all. Totally not because she's on this podcast right now. No. But seriously, check it out. Bella's voice is beautiful, and I love the background vocals. It's a great song for healing from heartbreak. What's yours, Trinity?
That's one of my faves as well, Emily. But another one of my favorite songs by Bella is Try Harder. I love the message to the song so much. It's very inspiring. When I hear it live, it is just so good. It has good vibes to it. Bella has an amazing voice. I'm so proud of you. Bella, what is your favorite song that you have written?
Y'all making me blush again. But my favorite song I've written, it's probably an unreleased one. It's called Girls Like Me. Who knows? It may be on the album we were talking about earlier.
Ooh, we got insider knowledge.
Who knows? Okay.
Who knows?
Well, I can't wait to hear it. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Music Notes, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone. I hope that you all enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much again, Bella, for joining us today. It was great getting to talk about your experiences on what you love to do. Also, Bella, where can people find you on social media, and what platforms can our listeners find your music?
Yeah, so I'm basically on all music streaming platforms. I'm on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, everything. My socials are all at It's Bella Lam. Lam is how you spell my last name. My website is BellaLamMusic.com. I will say my Instagram has a link tree in my bio, so you can find everything and anything on there. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Yes, go check out all of those things.
Support our girl.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, and as always,
Bye, fellow music lover.